Howdy ho, good neighbors. What's going on? It's Phil Russert. It is that time again on Friday. We're a little late, but that's because we get to talking backstage because we actually like each other. Anyway, that and I'm pretty freaking awesome, but that's besides the point. Anyhow, um, we do this every week. We try to do it at 7 p.m. It's the Legendary Illustrations live drawing. We encourage you to come hang out. We talk pop culture. We joke around. We usually laugh a lot. And if you're an artist and you want to draw along with us, we will show your art live if you'd like. You just DM it to me in the Facebook chat, and I show it live and give you a little shout out. And we have a few people that come every week to do it. So anyway, without further ado, while all that's going on, we have the main attractions, and that, of course, are the two great artists that I have the great privilege of representing and working with. That is the Kenster Shazam.
Hello, everybody.
And where there's a will, there's a way played.
Hey, how we doing, everyone?
And we are doing what, guys? Let's. Will's continuing the. Oh my God!
Yojimbo?
Thank you,
Yojimbo.
Yeah. Very cool. And what do you got going on, Kenny?
Today I'm starting a new piece. This is going to be one that I paint live on the stream. It is the Fantastic Four.
Oh, nice.
And let's go back. Did you say you're going to paint it?
Yes. So
fantastic.
So what I'm doing now, I'm laying in the composition for all the characters. This process is probably the lengthier portion of the piece, just so that everything is nice and solid before I get to anything that's going to be permanent. The last thing I'm going to do to this is ink it. So like once all my fills are in, I'll sharpen it up with some ink.
Very cool. Nicholas Gear, how are you, sir? What's going on?
Nicholas Gear. And so it begins.
Actually, I'm going to move you over to here so you're seen better. Yeah, we'll put me with the logo. So, I posted yesterday. I thought I was all zombied out. And there's a show called Black Summer on Netflix that I actually, it looked interesting enough. So I started looking at it. And there was a movie years ago, I forgot what it was called. And it basically, it's broken up into these different people's lives and what's going on. And then they eventually come together at some point.
Oh, like Crash.
What's that? Crash. Like That's it. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. So this is kind of done in the same vein of the different people and their circumstances and how it's all brought together and tied together. And it's a zombie apocalypse, but these zombies are rabid. They run fast, kind of like, what was that movie with?
28 Days Later?
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. You guys.
Kenny's onto it today.
Yeah.
Dude.
But Captain what I love about now, on one part, the characters sometimes make questionable decisions, of course, to further the plot. And you're like, what the hell are you doing, dumbass? But what I love about this show, most of all, is one zombie is such a threat that you don't even want to encounter. Like, I think what hurt Walking Dead is they became these badasses that can take out 25 zombies, and it's like there's no threat anymore, right?
Right.
In this, there's 5 people inside a diner, and they're trapped because 2 of those things are running around outside and they want to get in. And they're because it takes one bite. Right. One bite, and these things, I mean, think about it. If a kid tried to bite me, they're probably going to get me. Even if I kick the crap out of the kid, they're going to bite me, right?
Just one scratch, Phil.
Right, and the thing is, in this world, when you die, you turn. It doesn't have to be a bite. Just when you die, you turn. So the stakes are really high, and people are running. They're not looking, and there's no weapons. And the other thing that's great about it is, it's literally months after whatever the outbreak was, and they are evacuating towns and cities, and some people stayed straggled and left behind for various reasons. So there's jets flying overhead, and there's military, and there's still things going on, but they're in these abandoned towns that have a few zombies here and there, and a few people still hiding and holding up and looking for supplies. So it's really interesting, and it's really good, and I'm enjoying it a lot. And like I said, I thought I was all zombied out. But what I realized is that Walking Dead just unfortunately just wasn't written well the last God knows how many seasons. This is fresh and is new and it's good. Um, it's to me it's better than Last of Us, which Last of Us has been decent, but I think Black Summer is just way better. Hey,
It
Raphael.
came out a while ago too, didn't it?
Yeah, it's on 2 seasons. Hey,
Yeah, I
Charles.
remember
Hey, Raphael.
Charles and Raphael.
Charles.
I remember, I remember seeing it when it came out with my daughter. It was a good movie.
What's that?
Black Summer. I enjoyed it.
Oh, there was a movie?
Oh, maybe the series. But yeah, I remember when it came out on Netflix. It was good.
Yeah, I mean we have 2 more episodes in the first season and then we got the second season. I don't know if they're gonna renew it, but or if they told their story, but
Oh,
the
look,
other thing
I'll
is,
watch any zombie. I don't care. I don't care the budget. I'll watch any zombie movie. Anything.
yeah, and the other thing is it's also like Walking Dead used to be where no one's safe. You don't know who's gonna get killed, you know? I mean there's a character in there that I thought was gonna last a lot longer and she went right through a freaking windshield. It was great.
Yep. Good night.
It was
Good
great.
night. It was great.
It was great. Like Last of Us to me is good. I mean, there's good, there's good writing involved, despite some of the typical social climate stuff they have to throw in. But there's not really many of the zombies. You know, it's
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So this is a nice blend of the two of how screwed up people are and how they act and dangerous and the zombies. Yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying this. I haven't enjoyed a show like this in a while for some reason. I don't know. It's good.
What, in your opinion, makes it better than Last of Us?
Well, for one thing, it caters to its genre better. Like I said, there's more zombie issues involved, et cetera, et cetera. Two, the threat level is just so much higher. Like you watch The Last of Us, you don't really feel threat or tension. This thing, the way the camera angles are, the eeriness of things, the events that happen, it's tense. It's very tense.
Right.
Like even the episode in Last of Us where they all came out of the pit and they were all swarming them, it just seemed like you were watching a video game unfold, right? But in Black Summer, you feel like shit. How would I be if this was really going on? Would I survive this? You know, what would be the situation? And I think the best apocalyptic, whether it's zombie or just post-nuclear or whatever stories, have you sitting there thinking, man, would I even live in this situation? Would I want to live? What would I, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think it does that. As far as characterization, Last of Us gets to focus on Joel and Ellie. So characterization probably goes a little more towards Last of Us because they're focusing on them. This is an ensemble piece in Black Summer. There's all these different people. But the other thing Black Summer does is some like really cool, creepy crap, like the way people are interacting with each other. You see someone walking down the street in this abandoned town, even though it's gone, and they're just doing their thing and not paying anybody any mind. And it kind of shows you how we are as a society, because we kind of do that now, right? I mean, we have all this technology to reach each other, but we kind of don't really connect, you know?
Right.
Yeah, technology to reach everyone, but when you see a crowd walking, they're on their phones.
Yep.
Right. So, and just little eerie things, they're walking by and this woman's in a car with her kid and the car's just sitting there. And when they go to like look at the car, the woman shows a gun, like, don't even come near me or I'll shoot you. And then later on, they see the same car, but it's men driving it. And the kid, the daughter, is in the back seat, but the mother is nowhere to be found. And they just drive by. It's just, it's effed up. It's crazy. The zombies are violent and loud and aggressive, and it's really well done, I have to say.
Yeah, sometimes it's those untold parts of the story that are the scariest, like what happened to that kid, and what happened to the mum, and it's left to you to fill it in. That's what I loved about that show. And I kind of like too. I mean, I was watching, like I said, I watch any zombie movie. It doesn't matter where it's from, but I kind of love seeing zombie films in England and zombie films in Asia. It's because it just gives such a different perspective on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that? There's one where they're on a train, right?
Yeah. It's
I
new.
heard that's really good.
Yeah, it's new. Yeah.
By the way, how is saying? Never mind. I don't get people. Yeah, I'm not even going to respond to this guy.
Yeah, 28 days later was good. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
The second one wasn't bad either, but the first one was definitely better.
The second one was the one with the dad abandoned his family, wasn't it? Abandoned his wife and took off. And then had to explain to kids later on that, mum had been killed by the zombies, but then mum turns up. He's like, oh, oops.
Wasn't it the second one?
My bad. Yeah, that was
sorry. Yeah, upper days. Yeah. And they all knew that he'd been a coward and took off,
Well, yeah, this show touches on a lot, but it makes you feel tense. Like this last episode I watched, or the episode before, it was an all different scenario too. They go hide out in a school, and there's a group of kids in the school, and they're not good kids.
No.
Anyway, no, and
they're not fun.
It was a good episode, and then resulting from that is someone that survived an encounter. He's leaving, and the kids shoot this guy and throw him off a roof. He instantly turns into the thing and chases the zombie and chases this guy. Now the guy is a total moron, and he makes a lot of dumb decisions.
He drove me crazy, that guy.
Yeah, you kind of ruined from the get-go, right? I mean, but it was again to service the plot. But it was such a tense episode of him trying to get away from this thing constantly.
He was the guy with the beard, wasn't he? If I remember correctly, he had a beard.
Yes,
I can't remember.
And curly hair. Yes.
Yeah, he drove us crazy. He's like, get rid of
He was
that
a
guy.
total moron.
Yeah, he was. He was. He's the guy that in the zombie movie you go, you know what? I might do all right in this scenario because I got that guy. I don't even have to run fast; just faster than him.
Yeah, he's the one you trip. He's the one you trip. But like he successfully, by the skin of his hair, gets away from this thing, right?
Yeah.
And what does he do? He stays in the town and he goes into a CVS type store and he goes shopping and having fun.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the thing is still within blocks of range, and it winds up coming into the store. He gets away from it again. He jumps up on a school bus and he's sitting on top of the school bus because it doesn't know how to climb. Hey, Riley. Hey, Jeff.
Yes.
So what does he do? He, instead of waiting the thing out, because they forget and they move on if they don't see you.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting it out, he tries to sneak down off the bus, alerts the thing, and it figured out how to get on the bus.
Yeah.
So after finally getting away from that thing, and again, he does stupid stuff, he goes into this building that has an open garage door. Like, that made sense. And instead of climbing up on the fire truck and just hiding there and waiting it out, because the thing wasn't in the building at the time, he sits down on the floor and waits, and then he walks closer to it, and then he goes to try to sneak in the office, but doesn't shut doors behind him because they don't know how to open doors. You shut a door and that's it. Then he gets an axe, and he decides he wants to go after it and kill it instead of when he can just get away quietly. So he goes to kill it, and when he goes to swing the axe, he's too close to something. The axe gets caught on it, so he doesn't kill it, and it chases him.
Yeah.
I mean,
he really is a work experienced kid in like a zombie apocalypse. Like, he really does. He's an intern. He doesn't quite know. Like, he's making stupid mistakes. He was the reason we were voting for the zombies to win. Like come on.
Yeah. And what's messed up is, and this was a weird scene, which I like about this. He's running from the zombie and he's going into a store, and there's a guy just walking, bringing some groceries over to a car or something. And the guy's like dressed like a hobo, because they're months and months without showers, etc. And that guy, you don't see his face, but he's just walking. He goes, "Help me!" And he runs into the store, and he's dealing with the zombie. That guy comes in and he wrestles the zombie and he shoots the zombie and kills it, but he gets bit. So he's got his back to the kid that got away all this time, and the kid's crying because he knows now this guy's going to turn. So he goes, "Thank you," and he clubs him over the head and kills him because the guy who saved him is going to turn now.
Of course.
So it's just little stuff like that. And then like when they're walking by ready to go to the school, they see this guy just casually walking on the other side of the fence among the school buses, grabbing something and walking. And he's not paying him any mind. Like, fuck you, I don't care. But then that guy winds up being prominent later and doesn't say a word. Yeah. It's just weird and fun and interesting, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't hope for more seasons for shows anymore. I hope that they know when to stop.
Yeah. But you're right though. Like they're the things that run through my brain after watching too many of those movies. Is I think, what about the underwear situation? What about the deodorant? I mean, it's like we all know what it's like. We've all been camping. It doesn't get any prettier after 3 days.
Who needs to camp to worry about their underwear? I worry about it now. You're walking down
there's no stealth walking down the street when they can smell you 3 blocks away. Like, I mean, and you got to live with yourself. Imagine living with yourself like that. Oh my God, the updraft. Oh my God, the updraft.
The sit down air.
Yeah. So bad it comes up through the collar of your shirt. I think that would be the stuff that would send me over the edge. Yeah, that would be not the zombies or my family getting eaten, the updraft. I've just got to crash down behind a box. Oh my God, the smell. The smell is like Satan. I've got to get out of here. It's worse than the undead. Maybe, I don't know. It's just too much. I can't handle it. Too many questions I have.
Well, and it is funny too, because there's a lot of the little things that we take for granted in our society that would become an issue. For example, you could get a small cut, and with what's going on, you would easily get infected. Whether on a finger, and you have a finger have to be amputated, or whatever, or the pain, or your teeth, and your gums, or
just a mild headache. Where's the Advil? There's no, what are you going to do?
I got hemorrhoids. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
try running down the road with hemorrhoids with zombies chasing you.
Yeah, right.
A couple of plums hanging out the back. I mean, it's going to be rough.
But you know what I love too is the guy, the kid, the guy's not. He's not fat, but he's not in shape. He's running so hard from the zombie that he got a Charlie horse in his leg while he was running. I thought that was great. Who thinks of that?
Yes.
If I run that much, you're damn right I'm gonna have a Charlie horse. I'm like,
It's gonna be there's some nasty chafage happening, like the inner thigh chafing. Like that's that's not good,
Well, and if you short yourself, where's the change of clothes, right? I mean, you're eating crappy food, you eat whatever you can get. I found that that can of beans, and I thought it was just going to be a fart, and that was wrong.
Yeah,
and
good
you
night.
Passed out your pants, and now I'm like, great. Now what do I do? What am I going to wipe it with? And what am I going to do?
You're running with the butt burn. Like it's not good.
You can find a rabbit to wipe your ass with.
I think of the other things like what about the shoelaces? Like if they break, what am I going to do? I can't run barefoot. That's not going to work for me. I'll be like crossing the road. Jesus,
Delicate.
Oh yes, too much shoe wearing. My kids, however, they could run on broken glass.
How about this? What about you just get a runny nose? There's no damn tissues.
No, it's over. You got a big stalactites hanging down. It's over.
Yeah, you got boogers and what the hell?
Yeah. I could see myself quickly devolving to the point of Will Smith where he's setting mannequins up in a video store. I think that would be. That's where I'd be. What's he doing? He's having conversations with a fake crowd.
By the way, they're making a sequel to that, and he's supposed to be in it. Unless it's flashbacks, it's like how.
But how he blew up? He blew up.
Well, it's Hollywood. It's like comics, right? Nobody dies.
Might have Jada in it. Maybe Jada will do it.
Jada was not happy with the way he blew up, so he had.
Yeah, so right. She told him to blow up, so now.
She wasn't happy. Dude, did you watch the Chris Rock special?
I did. That was hard.
It wasn't as funny as his prior stuff, but it had funny moments. But you know what? I did not expect him to lay into them like he did at the end.
It was like a live rebuttal, wasn't it?
Yeah,
live rebuttal.
He was angry.
Yeah,
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, Well, he could be angry, but he sold a lot of tickets from that event.
Yeah, but you know what? He did it the smart way though. He made 70 million on venting about him.
Yeah.
And he knew everybody was going to watch this special just to see if he responds.
Yeah.
It was smart. But he never mentioned Jada's name. Did you notice? He never said her name. He said, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth," and he did. He didn't mention her name.
Probably get sued.
He was so angry though that he screwed up the joke.
Yeah, he had to say it again. Yeah.
But they edited it out and they changed it now. I think if you watch Netflix now, they fixed it to where he says the right title, Concussion.
Oh, right.
But I can't blame him. I mean, millions, the whole world watched you get slapped like that over nothing. And this was a guy that he was friends with and he cared about. It was a bad move, man. It was just a bad move. And if that was a different Rock on that stage, I don't think Will's slapping anybody.
No.
I'm just saying. You would have got the people's elbow.
You would have got the people's elbow on the platform. Oh God!
The Rock would have did the cross arms like this, and he would have ran to the side, and dropped an elbow.
I might start watching the Oscars again for that.
Not at all.
No, but it does set a bad precedence, which there have been incidences where people have gone up on stage and attacked me. You can't. It's just they don't necessarily believe the joke themselves. They're just stirring up shit and making you laugh. That's their job. I don't know. Listen, I'm one of those people that humor doesn't offend me. Like I have a lot of faith in God and I'm a believer in God. I'm very spiritual. But if you made jokes about God or Jesus, I don't get upset. It's just a joke. And if it's a bad thing, it's not me you got to worry about.
Yeah.
You know, it's God and Jesus that you're going to deal with. But I don't. It's just humor. Intent is all that matters, right? If your intent is to hurt, that's maliciousness. Then I've got an issue. If your intent is to just tell a joke, get over yourself.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
It's obvious that he had a lot of stuff that he needed to unpack. That a lot of deep-rooted stuff. That I guess he made a habit of like just stuffing deep down.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Chris Rock, he had a point when he said, "How is your wife going to cheat on you, and then bring you on her show to interview you about the affair?"
Right.
Why would you agree to
that?
Why would you agree to that?
Not just that, but the best thing he said that makes the most sense is he goes, "All these people called you a bitch for that. And I tried to call you to console you and you wouldn't take my call, but they all call you a bitch and I'm the one you hit?"
Yeah.
It's projection, of course. It was just, look, part of me feels for Will Smith because when you love someone who doesn't love you back and you're just trying to cling to it, it's a painful thing. And I understand that. But that does not excuse his behavior. And here's the thing. I'd be more okay with his slapping somebody if it was someone that he didn't know he could whoop.
Right.
And not there. Not there. Really, you walk up on stage in front, and you were laughing at that joke until that G.I. Jane over there turned around and friggin' gave you an eyebrow.
Yeah.
Really? She gave you the Rock's eyebrow, and all of a sudden you want to go up there and slap somebody.
Yeah.
Man. But that's tough. Imagine you're in a relationship
whole lot of distraction.
Imagine you're in a relationship where your wife is always telling you her true love is dead. It's not you.
Yeah.
And then she cheats on you and a guy your son's friend. And then she tells everybody in the world about it. By the way, does she really look like she's sensitive about alopecia? And let's be honest, alopecia is balding. That's it. It's balding. As a nurse, I've known about alopecia since school. It's balding. That's it. Now, is it hard for some women to deal with balding? Of course, I'm sure. Does she look like she's uncomfortable with it when she made the announcement to the world and she walks around proudly, the way she is? No, she's not uncomfortable with being bald. She's wearing it with strength. So don't act like you're offended by his joke.
Mm-hmm.
And don't give me this, Well, he had a right to defend his wife. You don't mess with a man's wife's health. Health. She went bald. It's like if I lose my teeth and you call me toothless, I'm gonna go smack somebody? No, I'm fucking toothless. That's what they got dentures for. Chris, we've become so far removed from accepting truths about ourselves and everything else that everything is offense. It's like if you said, "Hey, Phil, you really need to lose some weight," but you said it as a friend who was worried about my health, I don't get upset. If you said, "Hey, fat ass," and you were my friend just busting my balls, I'm not going to get upset. I'm going to laugh. But if I don't know you and you come up to me and say, "You're really disgusting. Look how fat you are," I'd be like, "Well, that's pretty rude." But I wouldn't. But I wouldn't melt. I wouldn't melt. I'd be like, "Wow, you're a dick," and I'd move on.
Yeah.
I'm get over it. It's okay.
Finish the cheeseburger and walk out and slam the door.
Yeah. I would actually probably do that. I'd probably order a cheeseburger and eat it right in front of them and make a lot of noise. Nom, 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 nom. I tease my daughters a lot, and I had a couple of times I had parents go to my wife in front of me like I'm not there. He's so like hard on them, like the way he teases them. I mean, how do they take that? And I'm like, well, they take it well, and that's the point. I'm teaching them not to take themselves too seriously and that you can just laugh at yourself. That way, when the assholes do come by and they do make comments about my daughters will laugh it off like, yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, definitely.
And guess what? They already are.
There you go.
There are no fragile people in my house. Otherwise, they sleep on a roof. Find your way down.
Yeah, that's rough trying to get up the toilet in the middle of the night if you're on the roof. That's a long drop.
Yeah.
It's a long drop in the underwear.
But that's what I liked what Chris Rock said. He goes, "I'm no victim, though. I'm no victim. You're not gonna see me crying on Oprah."
No, because he made a fortune.
No, but even if he didn't, I just don't think his pride would have allowed him to. He's like, "I'm not gonna sit there and cry."
Well, look how well he handled it.
Me.
Look at how he handled the slap in the moment. He didn't, collapse.
Yeah,
he didn't start screaming. He made a joke of it.
I mean, think about it. How would you? You're standing in front of millions. You just got embarrassed beyond belief, and I'm sure it hurt. And you're like, and it was a friend, so you're kind of like in shock and stunned. Like, what the hell just happened here? Yeah, he handled it like a champ.
There's two people that should have been embarrassed. One was Will. The other was the Academy for not escorting him out of the crowd for being violent. That's what should have happened. He should have got picked up and moved out.
What the hell are we going to do? He won the best actor. Shit.
Yeah, good. Then he doesn't get it. He got expelled anyway, didn't he, from the Academy or suspended?
10 years.
So take it off him. Sorry, you act like a dick. You don't get it.
You really think Will Smith gives a shit that he can't go to the Academy Awards for 10 years? Or be
no, I don't care. I think he cares about being in front of the screen, though.
I think it hurts.
Well, he's getting roles, though. Chris said that he got $40 million for that special. Jesus Christ.
That's crazy. That's crazy money.
Listen, I'd take $40 right now for doing this live stream.
Super chats.
Yeah. Whoever came up with super chats is a genius, but whoever uses them, I question your sanity. You're spending money just to be able to text to somebody? What the fuck is wrong with you?
They love the superstars.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a celebrity worship culture. Oh, I'm sorry, I just spoke in absolutes.
Yeah, we're now segueing to Phil Russett's Patreon. So if you want to get on there, you will see him eat a hamburger today, live streaming on the Patreon.
Rod is in the house.
Captain
Big and
Rod.
thick.
Oh, here we go. Is that chair again, Kenny?
Yes, sir.
By the way, it's called It's called WD-40. By the way, Rod finished both. Rod finished both horror books. Rigor Mortis is done, and Mangle.
Jeez, Rod, you put me to shame. You just running laps around me.
He's a beast.
Jeez.
I do half a page. He's finished the book. Like honestly,
dude, he did 2 books in 6 weeks.
That's insanity.
Is he even sleeping?
Yeah, he sleeps. He gets, he's doing his thing. He gets his weekends. The dude's a beast. He's a
He's
pro.
channeling the Kirby. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's a beast. And then 39 Cedar Lane is just has like 4 pages left to ink, but the pencils are done. And my God, I'm not kidding. Alex outdid himself. I can't get into detail because it ruins the story, but he set out to do what I needed him to do.
No, Alex is incredible.
I'm very lucky. Working with Rod is great. Working with Alex is great. Working with Will is great. Working with Kenny is great. Working with Gary is great. I work with artists that have no egos and they're easy to deal with, and it's just I appreciate it. I got mail. Does that mean you sent me some art? Yes, it did. Okay, Chris wants to show off. Chris sent me something last week. I think he thought we were live, but we took the week off because we all had stuff going on. But I'll show last week's and this week's. This is Chris Borman.
Chris Borman.
One man.
One man.
One desire.
You do that really well.
It's perfect. It is perfect.
Very cool. Putting the AT-AT model together for the movie. Look at that.
Very cool.
Very nice. Very nice.
The vehicle I always wanted as a kid.
Oh, I had that. I loved it. Shazam, Kenny.
Shazam.
Nice.
Yeah,
I could use highlights in that.
No, there's no Joe Ryan. I don't think he's done yet. The Caves guy, I think, has got to be done.
It looks
Or
great.
did he finish? I don't know. Nice.
30 years of Return of the Jedi this year.
Oh wow.
Return of the Jedi got a lot of flack for being too kiddie.
Not
I was
30
about to
years.
say.
40.
But it got a lot of flack for being too kiddie with the Ewoks. I loved it. Are you kidding? If anything, you could see his Lord of the Rings reference there. Even the littlest person can make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So let's show a few other things. What's that?
I didn't mind the Ewoks.
I loved Return of the Jedi. Are you kidding me? So here is Malevolent, the first page of another horror story I did. I can't tell you what it's about or ruin it. Pencils by Alex Sarabia and inks by Gary Girout. Guys are really becoming a great team, a super duo here. Yeah. And here's just pencils for page 2.
Very nice.
Yeah, he's killing it, man. He's killing it.
Gary's doing a great job as well.
Yeah, he is.
Watching his progress.
Let me tell you something about Gary. Gary has this is why I brought him into the fold when I wasn't looking to bring anybody else in. He absolutely has the mentality that we share. He has no ego. It's just get better. And he'll take criticism, whether harsh or not. He will take whatever advice you can give him. He will keep working and just putting in the hours. The guy inks every second that he's not at his day job or taking care of family. And I know I saw Chris, and he's the man. He gets better and better every day, and I can't wait to see him in 2 years.
Yeah.
Chris wanted to show also. Oh wow, Jesus, dude! I'm still waiting on my tragedy, man. Look at this. That's impressive. Most impressive.
Ooh, nice.
What is that made out of? How did you do that?
Is that Sculpey? I can't quite see. It's very little.
I don't know, but that's pretty impressive. That's really.
Is that
impressive.
polymer modeling clay? Is that?
It's Sculpey? A new horror story. That's a real ear.
The real ear.
Chris, comes in the summer.
You thought your wife didn't listen to you? Now you have the real ear.
Tell a friend.
We hear you.
Lend an ear. So, Chris, what did you make that out of? What did you sculpt it out of?
Oh.
Man, we laugh and have a lot of fun in this live stream. It's like if nobody comes to watch, we're still laughing and having a good time. But
Yeah, I'll do it anyway.
you know, there was 1 week where we had a ton of people in the room, and since then it's kind of been a little dribs and drabs.
Yeah, we offended everyone probably.
Joe Bailey sculpted and made a resin kit. I bought one of the last castings before he retired the kit. Oh, very cool.
Neat.
Nice.
Sweet candy nuts.
There we go.
I get
That's
two.
it.
I get two.
No, that's
There's
it.
one.
That's your quota.
So let me show you. When you get an art commission on one of my campaigns from Kenny, this is an example.
Oh,
of
is that? Yes, I saw
Centurions.
that. No, it wasn't Centurions.
He even shared it.
Visionaries.
I mean, Visionaries, not Centurions. Visionaries.
It's so cool, dude.
Look at that. That's a Kenny Calderon commission that was pledged and backed on my campaign. Which, cool. By the way, I have a campaign going on right now that you can get more art commissions. But yeah, look at that. Sweet.
Do you know what I thought when I first saw that when you posted it? I thought, oh, he's jumping ahead on the live stream list. What's he doing? It's insanity. He can't jump the list.
Charles said, "Yeah, Kenny." Chris said, "Nice work, Kenny."
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. I mean, considering that it's such a deep cut.
Yeah.
And Will, you know how I love some deep cut, right?
Yes, absolutely.
This cut was so deep, I literally had to watch the first episode again.
To remember, watch the intro. And...
Yeah, to remember the intro and to and to find out, like, because I know that each one of the knights had like a specific weapon.
Correct.
Right. I knew about the staffs and how they had like the staffs like had like this weird sort of like holographic banner that would come out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had to watch the first episode again, and I definitely remember that one of them. My favorite one was the eagle. I forgot his name though, right? And he had like a glider sort of mechanism that would come out of his armor. So then I was like, you know what? Since they gave me the option to go with any one of them, I figured I would go with like the leader of the heroes, of the good guys, because he had like that Burt Reynolds mustache.
The Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, he was the only one that had the stash, dude. Like he stood out to me.
Yes,
so I went with that guy. And I noticed that one of the villains was voiced by the same actor that voices Cobra Commander.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. There's always a bit of that crossover, isn't there? Like you go, wait, is that Starscream?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know? Is that Casey Kasem again in another?
Yeah, my wife didn't believe me when I told her that Shaggy, the original Shaggy, was voiced by Casey
Kasem. Yeah, and so was Mark out of Battle of the Planets.
Yep, and Robin from
yeah.
Oh, he was a big time voice actor. Remember, Scatman Crothers did Hong Kong Phooey.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah.
Look,
most people know Scatman Crothers by getting his head taken off in The Shining.
Yeah. When I saw your Visionary one, I thought, wow, like, I mean, it's so cool that someone requested that. Like, because it's those moments when you're doing those deep cut pieces, you think, is anyone even going to know what I'm drawing? Like,
exactly.
Does anyone remember this stuff? You know,
that's cool.
And surprisingly enough, I posted it and I got a few hits on Instagram. Like, you know, people like, wow, this is a super throwback.
It's going to be cool in color if you do it in color too, with that holographic kind of style. You know.
Yes. I'm most likely going to color it.
Dude, imagine making a lenticular print of that.
But with the classic little hologram style art, you know, like they had on the covers, on the actual action figure, had a little hologram on there, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah. They had it on the chest and in the
shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the weapon thing. By the way, I just saw on Chuck Dixon's feed Tom Sizemore died.
Yes, he did. Yeah, last week.
Oh shit, he was young.
Yeah, he's 68 or something, wasn't he?
Oh, wow.
Something like that. Yeah.
So I want to show this because I'm really proud of this.
Do it.
So I
You do it.
designed all my characters. I designed them, and I went to Rob Powers one in the beginning, and he drew
Rob
two
Powers.
based on my designs, my references. I give very detailed references. Okay, I mean
Yeah.
down to the glove to everything. So Rob did them, and then the rest were done by Alex. Alex did turnarounds for me, which I've shown, and I love them. And then I had February Ferdian color them, and I, believe it or not, my colorblind ass picked out all these colors. So I'm pretty satisfied and proud of myself, not in any egotistical way, just in a wow, I didn't think I was capable of this, and I look at these characters that I created, and this is my universe, and I'm really proud of it, and the pictures is gorgeous. I don't know what you guys think. You're welcome to be honest, but look at that.
It's very cool.
It's a great shot.
And by the way, Ricardo drawing, this is Reflex, and the colors that were on it, this looks kind of like, what's his name?
Loki?
Oh my God. What?
Loki?
No. It doesn't look like Loki, does it? But the artist, Mark Brooks, it looks like a Mark Brooks piece, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did such a great
see that.
job. I'm just excited about these characters. I wrote the one shot for the tiger guy. His name is Alexi.
Ooh.
I wrote it says origin. I wrote a one shot origin of Reflex, which is brutal. I wrote and then the others are other characters that aren't here. But this character in the red and gold and this character who's Drunken Monkey are the same person. He's got split personality disorder. And in one of his personalities, he's a Drunken Monkey fighter. And Breath of the Dragon can't read him because he's Drunken Monkey. He reacts. And the other persona is a speedster. So his name is Ebrius, and his name is Brisk. And there's a humor behind, because they don't know he think like Ebrius thinks Brisk is another person, and they don't like each other, and Brisk thinks Ebrius is another person. They don't like each other, but they're the same person. So when you're dealing with him, he'll be like, "Oh, I can't stand that speedster. He's so arrogant," or whatever. And you're like, "But wait, you're him." And he's like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?" You know. So there's like dynamics like that going on, and it's fun. And that's Rujal the Immortal. He was the right-hand man to the first emperor of China. That is a ninja for the Dominion of Eternal Sorrow. That's so Reflex. Sad. That's K9, which is an acronym. That's Reaper. He's a cyborg. That's the Killian twins. That's Kira and what the hell was his name? I forget. And then these are brothers. They're part of the Mexican cartel. They're hitmen. That's Angel and that's Lucifer. That's Alexei, the head of the Russian mafia. That I forgot its name, but it's Chinese name. It's pretty much an undead monster from another realm. And that's Xi Zhang. Xi Zhang was introduced in the last issue of Tragedy, and you're going to see more of him in Chapter 5. He's the next big villain coming up.
When's your schedule for Chapter 5, Phil?
May. It's done. The first few pages came in colored. It's already been lettered. We're just going to transpose letters over to the colored pages because Jason's a beast. It'll be done shortly, and it'll be ready to go, fully ready to go when May launches. I'm hoping and expecting. Well, the one character, I forgot the kid's name. I've created so many characters and written 26 issues. I got through all of them except for but I'm really hoping and expecting a good turnout for that campaign. Tragedy has had a great following so far, and we had gotten up to 13 grand and almost 300 backers, and I'm hoping to expound and grow and build upon that. I know every creator thinks that their stories are the best. I'm not saying mine are the best, but I'm really proud of what I'm writing and where this is going and the world I've created. And I think you will too. So I hope you guys come out and check it out. And then, of course, there's the trade paperback coming soon. And with that trade paperback are a lot of surprises and goodies.
Yeah, buddy.
And one of them, which I'm excited about. Hey, Lance, what's going on? One of them, which I'm extremely proud. Oh, before I get into that, what do you guys think about a print of this?
Yeah,
Would anybody want a print of this? I mean, there are
it'd be
characters
cool.
you don't
It'd be
know.
cool like the old days where they had a fold-out poster included in the
Yep.
book.
It is. That's what this is. This is the double-page poster in the book.
Yeah, like
the
you
trade
pop it out.
paperback.
You pop it out and keep it, put it on the wall. Yeah, cool.
Yep.
But so Tragedy's will have the manga attached to it as well.
Yeah.
And Kenny is absolutely crushing manga. I mean, he is just. I've gotten a lot of compliments from Kenny about Kenny's work, the pages from manga fans who think it's just fantastic, and
nice.
I don't disagree at all.
It's very cool, Kenny, man. I look at those pages and I think it's got a lot of those old school manga feel about it.
The funny thing is, I keep forgetting it's
Akira.
the opposite way when you look at it.
Yeah, but it's got that Akira feel. Some of those fight scenes and the
So
yeah, it's very cool.
The overall, like, I guess vibe that I'm going for when I as I ink and I tone the pages is not just your traditional manga feel, but like a pulpy noir street justice kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
So like the tones reflect very much not just the overall mood, but the environments themselves. Like, for example, here in the chop shop, there's going to be a lot of heavy shadow drops, right?
Yeah.
It's meant to feel kind of murky.
Yeah.
Right? But as you transition like out of the chop shop, and into the night and into the city at night, like, there's more of those heavy tones. But when we get to the office where we see Seamus for the first time, it's brighter, right? Because it's meant to feel like Seamus's office feels more upscale, right?
Right. Yeah.
And very well lit and classier. So I've been exploring a lot with like textures that I can cut into the screen tones and such, so it feels a little grittier, but definitely keeping like a traditional manga feel to
well, that research is paying off, dude. It's looking great.
Well, Phil can tell you with everything that I do, every project that I take on, I do lots and lots of homework. If it's something that I'm not well versed in, I do tons of homework that before I even draw anything, I'll like take a week and do lots of research because it's got to feel authentic,
You got to do it.
So
By the way, real quick, I got a DM from Greg. I never know how to pronounce his last name. I don't know if I'm doing it justice. Is it Mockwin? I apologize if it's Greg K. Mockwin. He's a indie guy like me, like a lot of other people, just pushing hard and trying. And he asked if I could share out his campaign, and I said, I'll do you one better. I'll not only share it out, I'll show it live right now if you guys don't mind.
Yep.
And it gives you time to start advancing on the artwork too, so people can see what you're doing. But I'm going to show this real quick, and we'll give Greg K. Mockwin a little shout out here. All right. So this is his campaign, Inc. 1 and 2, Homecoming. A tattoo artist turned superhero returns home to a mysterious cult terrorizing his hometown. $940 out of 1850 goal, 49 backers, 26 days to go. Just to show you some of the stuff. It's Sierra Nova Comics. Okay, so if you're into tattooing or just different superhero takes, I think there's even some supernatural stuff going on here. It's got a mix of all of it. And Greg's been doing a few funders, and he's reliable and he will deliver. So check this out. Greg has done some horror stuff too.
Oh, cool.
So there you go. All right. And of course, he gives you samples to show you so you can see for yourself.
Yeah.
Ink Homecoming.
Very nice.
So
Nicely done.
yeah, so just to give you guys a heads up on some character designs he shows. And he's got his backer goals.
Very cool.
Cover gallery. Rewards. Let's get him to get you to unlock some freebies, guys. Add-ons. Get a bookmark at 2,500. Temporary tattoo at 3,500. Enamel pin at 4,500, and a trading card at 6,500.
Nice.
That's
I
fun.
showed you where everything's going.
Temporary tattoo.
Oh, Adam Fields is part of this. Adam is a really talented artist and a nice guy, so that's a plus. Very cool. Oh, and February did colors. February's the one who just colored that jam piece I just showed you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a great colorist. Jerome Gannon, I think it's Gannon. He's a really solid letterer. So you should check that out. And there we go. So guys, why don't you what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link in my chat so we can help him out. It can be very frustrating being an indie creator or trying to get eyes on your stuff. So we try to help when we can, right? Oh, I forgot to turn off my. All right, let's put that up. So I just put the link in the chat if anybody's interested. Please feel free to click. This is what I tell you. You don't know if you're interested until you really deep dive into it. So just go take a look. Give it an honest look on the campaign. Just an honest look, okay? If it's not your thing, you can either donate just money, or you can just share it out and help it reach somebody who might be interested in it, okay? But the best you can do is just give it a real shot. Like the worst is when you just go by and you click likes and likes and likes, but you never really look at it and give it a shot. So please give it a shot and give them a chance. All right. So that's Ink 1 and 2 Homecoming. I'm going to post it too later on my page, okay?
Very cool.
Yep.
Very nice. So let's talk about what you guys are doing, and then we'll go over. Oh, Mangled pages were sent. You rock, Rodolfo.
AKA Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. Oh my lord. Nicki Minaj. That is hilarious.
Oh god. We're gonna have our own action movie. It's all casted already.
Oh my lord. So Will, man, your cover to Withered has got like 6,000 likes.
Oh, that's
and
good.
None of them have gone to the damn campaign.
I like it too.
We'll remind them right now.
There you go.
I will in a minute. I just want to give you guys, everything's been about me so far, so let them see what you're doing on drawing.
It's always all about you. Always you.
You want to get paid?
All the time. All the time.
Nicki Minaj. Oh god. AKA. I love that we got to say that like we didn't know. Just in case you didn't think it was his real name.
Yeah.
Oh man, the Silverhawks turned out fantastic. I forgot to say to you too.
Oh, thank you. Thank
So
you.
that's up for grabs right now, isn't it?
That is
Yes,
up for
it is.
grabs.
And I'm currently coloring it.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Do you sing the song in your head while you're coloring it? Wings of silver, wings of silver.
I don't
I should.
Fox. Do you do that?
All right, that's it. We just lost 7 people in the room. Thank you. Thank you, Will.
Well, anytime you want to talk and fill it in while
There's
I'm
people's ears bleeding everywhere.
Hey, I whispered it.
Will is
You
the
sing and it's like the same effect of 8 More Days to Halloween from Halloween 3.
Great. Dun, 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 that one. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. 8 more days to Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 8 more days to Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Dun, 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 dun.
That was a hard watch, that movie.
Kids turning into slugs and shit. That was great.
That'd be a nice companion piece for your Thundercats when it's done.
Oh yeah, Thundercats. That reminds me. I gotta scan that. And get that one colored also.
Is it up for sale on the live sale that we got, the art sale that we got coming up?
That one
Which
will
one?
be up for sale.
I only have the physical stuff that I have now that was left over from Clan McDonald, what didn't sell in Clan McDonald. I mean, I can add the digital stuff and then have you guys ship directly if you'd like. But I need you to send me low res so I can post those too, and I'll set up. Just so you know, I have all the pieces ready for the claim sale. I just have to actually have a moment to set up the post. So thank you for bringing that up. I want to talk about it. So everybody knows I'm going to be doing a claim sale that's going to run a week on my main page that I'll bump every day. And it's going to be art from a bunch of different Legendary Illustrations artists. It's original art. It'll have the price and a description of what it is with a letter and number combination so you can identify it. First person to say claim, it's yours. You'll have 72 hours to pay, and then we'll ship it out right away. I'll have it ready to go. I'm also going to do a claim sale on some tragedy rare books. I have some Tyler Kirkham signed, Alex Sinclair signed, Scott Hanna, Ryan Kincaid signed books, Shelby Robertson books, and I'm going to be putting them up, and some rare Will Spatasio books and Sean Chen, blah, 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 and we're going to put them up and sell them. I don't bother with Whatnot because, to be honest with you, by the time I build an audience on Whatnot, I could be dealing with my audience here. So Whatnot has kind of been catering to the big names, so I'm just going to get buried at this point, you know. So Glenn, Gerald's here in the house. He's late. What's up, Legendary Peeps? Just got off work. Sorry I'm late. We'll let it go this time. We're going to only do an hour. We're at an hour. We'll hang out another 15, 20 minutes.
Hello, Moto.
Kenny is doing the Fantastic Four. He's doing all the line work, and he's going to paint this. And yes, it'll be for sale. And I think it's your first painting live, right, that you'll be doing?
Yep. This will be my first live painting.
Very cool.
Will is continuing to finish up his piece of Yojimbo.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Which is turning out fantastic. Those textures in that tall grass is incredible.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. So we're going to have some amazing stuff for sale. Clan McDonald bought your Punisher piece.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he liked it and he bought it himself.
I did not know this.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you guys later. He sent the check. I got the check today. Yeah, it's Sue Richards. And we'll let everybody know what sold, and what their cut is, and blah blah blah. And then I'll laugh at you as I don't pay you, it's mine. No,
it's always funny to me what sells. Like I remember getting on there when the sale started.
Critter
and I sold
sold.
that
Critter.
And I sold the Tar Man was the first one I sold. And I thought, it's so funny. Like the least of what you think sometimes. Like that was an Inktober piece I did a couple of years ago, and I remember thinking, it's fun to draw, but It's like what we talked about with the Visionaries. Is anyone going to get it? Like, we're going to want this kind of stuff, you know?
Hey, Will, real quick. Chris was asking if you could shift the piece over. He wants to see the character on the left.
Oh, sorry. Am I painting in the dark? There we go.
Bring it over a little more. Just give him a full view. He just wants to see. Yeah, that looks great so far.
Is that better?
Yeah, look at that.
Sorry, I must have been painting off screen.
Yeah, it was my polite way of saying.
Move it over.
Yeah. Sweet. So we're gonna have a lot of great art for sale, and there'll be great prices as always. Lance, hey, don't make fun of my strange art choices. Yeah, by the way, that Diablo you did for Andrew Dodge, oh my God. Dude, that was gorgeous.
Again, that took a lot of research. I didn't know the property. I had to ask kids at school.
Oh, it's a video game.
I know.
Yeah. Why didn't you ask me? I would have helped you and give you references.
I'd never played it. Like, I'd seen the visual of it. And I said to kids at school, who knows this game Diablo? Every kid put their hand up. I go, great. I feel like 150.
Why didn't you just ask me for references? I'll give you references on any commission.
Oh, and it was plenty of that, but I just didn't know much about the game. And I had to ask it, you know.
The game
the generation of today, the youth of today. And they gave me the full rundown about what the game was about and what I was drawing.
Yeah, it's a fun game, actually. I like Diablo. I've played quite a few of them.
Yeah, I don't mind doing monsters. They're fun to sort of lose yourself. It's something different.
Actually, did you send that to me that I can show everybody? Because it was gorgeous.
Yeah, it's on. It's actually on the Dropbox. I've scanned them all in there under Kickstarter commissions. So Kickstarter commissions or Kickstarter books commissions. It's in there. So you should have the Diablo there. You should have the Dark Claw and what was that one I did? Strife.
Lance, you don't mind if I show Dark Claw, do you?
He just got it last week. Just arrived.
Where there's a will.
Isn't that the same lens I asked for the Visionary?
There's a will. What's that?
Maybe.
Isn't that the same lens?
Was it Lance that did the Visionaries?
Yeah, I think
it probably is. Lance is a regular customer and one of the cool people we know.
He's going to open a gallery soon with all the work. You're going to run out of hallway space, Lance.
Don't tell him that, then he'll stop buying.
No, I open a gallery. Get him to open a gallery.
What's wrong with you? Yeah, Lance is cool, man. He's a big supporter of us. He buys a lot of work from us.
It just went up today, Lance. I'll hit you in the DM with the tracking.
Where
is it, Will? Because you have like 85 weird labeled things here.
Go to Kickstarter books.
Oh, okay.
And then go in their commissions. It's in there.
All right, so check this out, people. Hello, people.
Coming to Broadway this summer.
They said he couldn't sing. They said he was too fat for Broadway.
You thought Mickey Rooney
was dead.
Hello,
people. Yeah, you already sent them the track.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. Awesome.
Okay.
You thought he was Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj, that is just hilarious. All right, guys.
One cheeseburger.
Check this out. No, they didn't say goodnight. Yeah, of course they can. So first, here's Lance's Dark Claw.
Oh, dear.
Hang on. I love you.
I love you too.
Nice.
Oh.
God bless. I love you, sweetie.
That's nice.
Good night, little bear.
Well, what did you use to ink that?
Sorry?
Oh, they didn't hear you.
What did you use to ink that?
Good night, everyone.
Kaylee's saying good night to everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night.
They said good night. They said get lost, Pipsqueak. I'm kidding. I love you, kiddo.
So what did I use for that?
Yeah.
I used a pen called, and I'll get it for you. It is
Hey,
Pigma
Ed.
archival brush ink, and for a lot of the black areas, and then I used a 0.2 tip for the all the fine details, all the hatching and the backgrounds and all of that stuff.
Man, that's really well done. Because even though you're using one pen, you got a nice variation of line weight there.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Dude, just wait until you see Diablo, which is next. By the way, Ed, how are you, buddy? I'll show you stuff in a minute. Look at this. Hang on. Don't be blurry. Come on. Focus while you... Oh, look at that. That is just freaking incredible.
That's gorgeous.
Look at the skull work. Look at that. That's insane.
That's gorgeous.
That's honestly one of my favorite pieces from Will. And that's saying a lot.
Very well done. Yep. The textures and the scales, the horns, the detail in the skulls, that's fantastic.
Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, I try to put a little like super extra time into it, especially for the Kickstarter pieces. Like, I just want people to really get their value,
Of course.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Listen, and look, you're paying the campaign. It's $225 for this, and if you know art and you collect art, you'll understand that's a freaking steal, because people would charge $500 for this piece
easily.
That's crazy. I mean, look at that piece for $225 plus shipping, guys. And you can go on any of my campaigns and you can get commissions from all of them.
Yep.
And then, of course, there's Strife. It's there you go. Look at that.
Very well done.
You could see the metal. You could feel the metal. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at all that post-apocalyptic background, and look at the detail on the android on the floor, the robot. Just crazy, man.
It was fun doing the explosion. I enjoyed doing that bit in the background.
Yeah. Again, that's what you get between this and what you saw with Kenny the Visionary. This is the quality you get from us for not a lot of money, guys. Go to the campaign. I'm telling you, it's on the campaign right now.
Yep.
Just
Spots
fired.
limited. Spots
limited.
Very limited.
Best way to tap in and get commissions at the moment, because I'm booked out. I know, Kenny, I think you've got a couple of openings, but it's probably the best way to tap in,
Absolutely.
And get access to us straight away.
Word him up. I'm going to show Ed work. He comes in once in a while, says, hey, inspiration, shows us some stuff. Hagrid.
Hagrid.
Isn't that his name?
Yes.
Nice texture on the pelt, the fur pelt coat there. Very cool. And then we have Spawn Kills, the chibi baby. That's pretty cool. Like the Scotty Young type spawns going at Deadpool. Very cool. Nice. And then we have close up on that Deadpool. I like that a lot. Very cool. Nice work. Nice work, Ed. Very cool. Ed, you're welcome to drop links to get commissions if you want in the chat. So, again, on the topic of what we were talking about with Will and them, I'm going to show you the Withered campaign, which has hit a wall. I mean, at like 100 miles an hour, it's slammed into a wall.
Jesus. Is it wearing a seatbelt?
So those are interior pages. Will is doing the interiors, guys. Will is on several books. If you guys haven't got a piece from these guys, jump on it. They both do great pieces for the price, that's for sure. Thank you, Lance. Please let everybody know.
Thanks, buddy.
just spread the word and let them know to go to my campaigns. They don't have to buy my book, but support the artists, get some art. Some of the money does help the campaign too, though, so they're supporting both of us.
So
the double wheel.
So Phil, if they support one of the original art tiers, do they get any extras along with them?
Yeah, they'll get the PDF of the book. So you'll get the book for free, digital.
That's a great value.
Yeah.
Well, everything I do is great value because I don't try to rake anybody over the coals. You know, you get production on a high quality level, but I don't rake you over the coals. I mean, I know you work hard for your money, so I want you to feel it was a worthwhile investment for you. Look at the detail on those feathers. Jeez.
Gorgeous.
I know. Nice.
As
and look
opposed
at
to
the
the metal feathers, real feathers.
There you go.
Oh, dude, what you did on those metal feathers. By the way, I just added, and nobody seems to care. I'm shocked. Glow in the dark covers.
I saw
and a
that.
black light special cover. And no, now I don't have a Steph Wilson cover for the black light, which is probably best and safe. But it's black light. It's black light metal. Jesus. It's a black light metal cover of the Roy Mercado. There's so much on this campaign that you can get, but I'm going to go back to it. I want to talk about the artists for a minute. First of all, here are all the designs that Will and I did on the characters, and Will drew, of course. We're not going to reach any of them at this point. I guess people don't want this free art. Anyway, we got art books from these gentlemen, as well as others that I represent. What'd you say, Kenny?
You're so negative.
Nobody wants my free art.
Lance said, have either of you guys ever used blacklight ink for pieces?
No, I haven't.
That
Is
would be
it
interesting.
toxic?
He's not telling you to eat it.
I become one with the art. I often become one with the art. We don't talk about it. It's awkward.
You can catch up on Tragedy if you want. By the way, I put all the videos up for Tragedy if you're curious about what it is and the dynamics. And I put the video up for the dynamics. You can make any cover, a virgin or a foil. You can make a black and white virgin. That would be great.
Whoa.
Here's an art sample from Will. Look at that. Did we sell this piece or do we still have it? I don't know. It. I have it here, but I don't know what sold at Clan McDonald.
Yeah, but we didn't put this up for Clan McDonald.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, you still have this.
I thought it was there. I thought it was up on Clan McDonald.
No, I don't think so. I don't have it.
I have the drawing here.
Yeah, so it wasn't up on Clan McDonald. I had physical drawings.
Okay.
Yeah, Raleigh was interested, but at the time, yeah, why didn't you send this to me so I can sell it?
I don't know. I've got the Superman. I've got a few of them here too. Kazar.
Yeah, send them. Especially since you're not doing any shows. Here's Silver Surfer.
I haven't done a art drop for you in a while. I think I've been distracted with it.
Yeah. Well, just wait until you send in the pages, then I guess.
Because
they still got stuff to sell, inventory. Silver Surfer with Mogo the Planet. Look at that.
Yes.
Very cool crossover. Nice inking on that. That's available. It is available, by the way. Both these pieces are actually for sale. If you're interested, DM me. They're just samples on the page, though. Ricardo, been marathoning this with the kids. Rob Powers, it's a sample from his book. Rodolfo,
AKA
big and thick. Thicky Minaj. Speaking of Strife, Carlos Ramos' version of Strife. That's very nice.
It's going to be in my head forever. Forever.
Nice.
I'm going to be an old man laughing about that on a rocking chair.
Motto Zapata. Motto Zapata.
That's a great piece, too.
Yeah. And Kevin Stewart. I love this piece. I love this piece.
Kevin really did his thing on that one. I really like that one.
Lots of movement. It's very cool.
I agree.
I love that. It's like such suspension in the midair. Like, it's great.
Yep.
And meanwhile, nobody's commissioned him yet on this campaign. What are you guys waiting for? Hello.
You guys are sleeping on Kevin.
Hello.
Yeah.
He will do all the traditional. All the commissions are traditional pencils and inks. Hello. Hello.
Hello there.
Live.
Yes.
And that again, imagine this cover black and glow in the dark. The green one, glow in the dark. How cool would that be? Imagine this cover, glow in the dark.
Very cool. I can't wait to see that.
Dynamics. Well, no one's ordered it yet. I'm not printing it if they don't order it. Well, maybe I'll print one for myself and one for you, Will. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. And if Kenny wants one.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. Winning.
Tiger.
I want to let everybody know too. Tragedy Chapter 5. If you get this tier, it is literally not for Withered. It's for Tragedy Chapter 5. Tragedy gets a good amount of people seeing these books. I sell a lot of conventions, and I do almost 300 people on my Kickstarters. So you could very well have your ad reach your demographic target audience, and it could be a ton of people. I mean, just the New York Comic Con alone, I will sell. I mean, the year before last when I was in Artist Alley, I sold 150 copies, and that was a bad year during COVID. I sell, at least almost 300 on Kickstarter. That's 450 people right there. You're looking at like $1 per person you're getting out there, and if they come to your campaign, this is your demographic or your show. If you're, pushing a convention. And we've got cover by Sammy Bay, watercolor. Roy Mercado, this is what's going to be the black light metal. Imagine this in a black light metal.
Yes.
Nice. And then, of course, this in glow in the dark. If you're wondering why the prices are high, because they're high to print. We got a Withered 5-pack sketch cover if you want, or just one cover. We discount it if you buy 5.
Yeah.
By $2 each. You can get my prose book, which is getting great reviews, guys. I've gotten a few reviews in, and people are texting me and DMing me, and they're telling me that they finally got around to reading it and that it was really good and they really enjoyed it. I got 4 reviews just this week. Now, is that a lot in the long run? No, but for a guy like me, it is. And they all, they offered to tell me this, so I don't think they're placating me. So I was very, very happy. I was very happy. And again, there are the pages. So you can get original art commissions from these guys and others. By the way, just to show you, this right here is my favorite part of this whole book. The book is being digitally colored, but Will drew and painted this recreation of Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel piece of the creation of Adam in the background. So the characters are digitally colored over his pencils and inks, but Will painted this background. That's just insane.
Piece of cake. I did it while eating a sandwich.
There you go. For him, it was Tuesday.
I was bored.
Watching
reruns of Knight Rider. I don't.
There you go.
The Fall Guy.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I'll see you in the morning. We're going tomorrow morning, right?
Yeah, what time do I have to get
We're
up?
leaving at 9.
So that should be like
7 for you,
7.
dilly dally. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you decide you don't want to go, you don't go. I'll go without you.
No, I won't go.
Well, then don't make faces. Go to bed. Get some sleep. Get some rest. Punk. Punk ass.
Jesus.
I can. They can't see. They can't see you. They see that.
Jeez.
Well, kid. I'll see you in the morning. And if you don't get up on time, I'm going to use permanent marker and draw a mustache on you. You're going to look like Burt Reynolds.
The Tom Selleck. Go really thick like Tom Selleck.
Yeah. It's going to look like a big eyebrow on your lip.
Magnum PI.
Not Higgins, that little pencil thing, but yeah, the full Tom Selleck.
You gotta put lips on me, Dad. love you. Get some sleep, kid. So yeah, look at this. This is what the interiors look like. Hello, hello, anybody out there? Hello. Very nice. So we're at $2,066 with 43 backers, 20 days to go. What do you say, peoples? Let's see some love for this book, huh?
I get super excited because it converts it to Australian on my Kickstarter on the app. When I look at it, so I go, "Ooh, we've hit over $3,000."
Right. Will is in the future.
That's right. Where the economy is even worse.
Nice.
You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh until you gotta buy something from America. Then you go, that hurts.
Dude, it's like $1,500 a month for groceries now.
Yep.
A month.
Yeah.
That's a week with my kids.
Well, you have like 20 of them.
2 teenagers in the house. They eat that alone.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. Well, something's got to give, but you know, we get what we deserve, right?
Yeah.
We asked for this, we got it. But hey, I'm not hurt. My sensibilities are intact.
So, Phil, just a question back to the art claim sale. When are you putting all of that up? Did you say?
I didn't. I have to. I want to find. Sorry, my daughter. I want to find the time to dedicate. I took me about an hour to get everything set up. So now it's just a matter of getting the post together, and I will do that. My goal is to do it this week, but Kaylee Bear's birthday is Sunday, so I'm off the grid Sunday.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I work my day job, which is a lot of hours. So I'm going to try to see if I can't get it going this week, because I'd like to do a Monday through Sunday kind of thing if possible.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, or Sunday through Saturday. So if I don't get it in time at the beginning of this week, I'll probably just hold off and get it going this coming Saturday.
That makes sense.
And do a Saturday through Sunday. And there's gonna be a lot of nice pieces of art there, all original, and it'll be nice and easy claim sale, like Clam McDonald does, but on my page. You know, I even went to Clam. I went to Steve and I was like, "Hey, listen, I'm looking to do the same thing. I'm not trying to steal your idea or your template. Are you cool with it?" And Steve McDonald at Clam McDonald is honestly a cool dude. He's a good guy. He really is. He doesn't pretend to be a good guy. He's not trying to put on the act of being a good guy. He actually is a good guy. So I appreciate him very much so. And working with him was a pleasure. He sold quite a few tragedy books, actually. And we will be working with him again in the future. So, and he really loves Will's paintings.
Understandably so.
So we will do a claim sale, just like we don't have his following per se. But, you know, I was looking at a few other claim sales he did, and it's just the economy, because they weren't really biting on the others either, and they normally do. His people buy. It's the economy, man. People are just, it's hard. It's tough right now to pull the trigger.
Holding on to the dollars a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, we're very lucky. We have some very loyal supporters that I really appreciate, like Lance Stewart and Jay Smalls, you know, who buy regularly. Andrew Dodge is a regular.
Andrew Dodge,
my campaigns.
I'm doing Chad Shipley. I'm doing Chad Shipley's piece now, the Emma Frost piece. That's the one I'm working on next.
Yeah,
you got Terry. Terry's great.
We're very fortunate to have a nice, tight-knit group of supporters that come out all the time. Randy Funk. Randy is a regular supporter. He's an awesome dude. I just showed him his Ricardo, did the Black Widow for him. I'll show him actually. And he loved it. That is going.
Nice.
And the funny thing is, I was at Randy's house the other day because he bought a piece from Ricardo that I just got from Ricardo. He bought it the same day. It was a black widow. I mean, a black canary. And I'm at his house because he lives 20 minutes away. I figured I'd just drop it off because he had hernia surgery. I was like, let's just, just give him a little gift, so to speak. I dropped it off. I had errands to run out that way anyway. So, and literally as I get in the car leaving from him, I get the picture of the Black Widow. So, it was cool. So let me show you that because it's Ricardo doing what Ricardo does. Oh, I didn't know we had this much of a conversation today. Jeez. Okay. I talk to everybody regularly on a daily basis, which is great. I enjoy talking to you guys. I would talk to you just for the hell of it if it wasn't even about business. But there's the Black Widow from Ricardo.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
It's so striking, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny? He's so used to drawing tragedy. He had her zipped up. I was like, no, Randy likes the boobies. Give him the boobies. So he unzipped.
Nope.
Ricardo.
Yeah, because he's used to tragedy. Yeah.
I was waiting for the jokes. I was waiting for them.
What is he saying? What did you say, Kenny?
No, you told Ricardo that it's okay. You can unzip her. He said, "Say less."
Say less.
Unzipped it is.
Oh, Lance had made a comment. He said, "I got a cool piece that someone did for me that is a blank sheet of paper until you put it under a black light, and then it is the Invisible Woman." Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
That
cool.
is so cool. That is very cool.
Oh man, I might have to.
You know what would be even better?
Yeah.
Half
Kenny
it.
said 100 ideas.
You know what would be better? Draw it half of her in regular and half in the black light, so it looks like she's changing invisible, right? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's cool, Lance. Thanks for sharing that. We should look into
Yeah.
that.
Imagine doing the Invisible Man like that. You could do all the wrappings as visible,
Ooh.
and then you could do like his, you can do his body.
You can see some of the like flesh in between the bandages under the light.
Do his actual body and face and everything in black light. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's clever. So many clever people out there.
Yeah.
The innovation, the technology. I had someone post today an AI picture and like, you can't compete with this. I'm like, listen, maybe in the commercial. I said, well, they meant it in like they're in favor of traditional art. They just feel it's going to take over. I was like, guys, stop. In commercial world, you might have a threat, but when it comes to comic books, you guys are safe.
Yeah.
Traditionalists are always going to exist. It's the same thing. They said the same thing about digital comics. That the physical comics would go the way of the dodo. No, it didn't, because people want tangible books in their hands. Ebooks aren't even taking over. Are ebook sales up? Yes, but so are regular books.
I said that about Photoshop. I said about Photoshop too. That was going to destroy artists. And
if people, I don't know if people purposely do this shit to get attention or if they really worry about this stuff. But stop.
Because I had a great conversation the other day about AI, and they were talking about the notion that sales for original art has actually gone up now because, and especially for oil paint, because not a lot of people are doing it anymore, so the skills kind of disappearing. But the pendulum's swinging the other way because people don't want robotic art; they want actual physical, human-made art.
And even if the art looks beautiful, it's a poster. It's not original art. There's no value to it, first of all. Second of all, there's something about the craftsmanship and the style of somebody drawing.
Yeah.
And Lance, another good point. Lance says since they lost the lawsuit trying to copyright an AI comic, they're not really worried about it. AI is not going to be able to do sequential work. What it'll do is be a bunch of different posters smashed up on one page. It's not storytelling.
It's made up of actual artist work too, just stolen straight off the internet.
It's like you can get a bunch of robots to help do roofing on your or construction, but they're never going to replace an individual human that has more coordination and thought and independence and creativity. and create exactly craftsmanship. It's just, it's not. I don't know why people. I think people are just jumping on bandwagons and it's like virtue signaling bullshit. It's like, enough with these AI posts. Stop it.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they're looking for a shortcut around paying. You know, like, how can I get away with you know, actually getting an artist to do it? Look, I can do it myself now. I don't need them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I suppose, you know, we've seen this movement over and over. It gets a bit boring. I mean, it's I don't think the AI stuff's gonna. I mean, you know, it'll always be a market for it because people want to generate something, but it's so obvious what it is now.
I don't think there's going to be much of a market at all. I mean, they did the same thing with NFTs. They thought that was going to blow up. Honestly, it's all stuff to falsely inflate art prices. That's really what it is.
The conventions in Australia have banned artists from having a complete AI art stand. They're supporting the artists. They're standing behind the artists and saying, no, this erodes what these guys have done, and these guys and girls have done over years of sitting at the table and building their craft, to have someone turn up with AI stuff and selling AI comics, you know, like.
Yeah, well, think about it. How many people have been selling prints that were photoshopped and they took different elements off the internet all these years at conventions? It's not really much different. They didn't hurt you. Because you know what? Real art collectors like Lance and myself and, you know, and others, they're not going for that crap.
Well, you know the difference when you're holding it in your hand. Like, there's a big difference. It holds energy. You know, it's a way different effect.
And look, art collectors, not only do they love and appreciate the art, they love that they're the only one who has it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And that's why NFTs aren't as big as they want you to think.
Yeah, it's gone quiet, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, that, again, I firmly believe that was the same. All right. When you go to art galleries, you know why they paid $1 million for a taped banana? Because because somebody purposely did that to falsely inflate the price and make you think there's desirability for it. And then somebody comes and wants to outbid you and they want to buy it for more. They inflate the market falsely, the same way comics is doing it right now with all these variants and exclusives and limited print run of 25. Well, why? You made it 25. You purposely doing that and jack it up. So that's what NFTs were. They were a way to jack up. I mean, if you look at original art prices, right after the NFT explosion, original art prices went through the roof.
Yeah.
You're paying triple for something now, except at Legendary Illustrations, because we don't do that.
It's quadruple.
Yeah. Say less. Say less. Now you look at our prices for the quality work you get, and it's a steal. I mean, we're handing it to you.
But I think too that speaks to the artist. I mean, I know if I paid Kenny $1,000 for a painting, he'd give me $3,000 worth of value.
Absolutely.
You know, it's more to do with how they treat the work and their integrity. You know, I know if I got Rob Powers to do a trailer for me, you know, he'd give me way more than I'd be paying him, only because that's just his integrity. Like he'd put the time in, you know. So I think it's just to do with the nature of the people in the group, really. I also know the flip side when you go to conventions, and I've seen those artists that you pay exorbitant money to, and they don't put the time into it. They go bang, 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 there you go, and you're left with something that's ordinary, you know.
Yeah, phoned in piece. Get a lot.
And
of
then 5 years later, you look at it and go, "Why do I want this anymore? Like, what? I don't even know who this person is anymore."
Now, Lance brings up a good counterpoint. He says he doesn't think the NFTs were that reason it was the reason for always going up. He thinks it was the timing thing with the extra disposable income. The reason why I respectfully disagree with that, although I think that, does have some factor, is we've had plenty of other disposable income. Like him or hate him, when Trump was here, people had more money in their pocket, and there was no rise. Once NFTs came around, things really got out of hand. I think that, and getting artists that are older and these vultures think are going to pass away, losing some big names in a row, I think made investors go, oh shit, you know what? All my art now from Perez and Adams is going to be expensive. So, who else do I have to get? Let's find the older statesmen and let's start getting art from them again, because there's guys that didn't used to have lines through out the door, no matter how much they were respected, are now getting lines out the door. And it's
Yeah.
because an investor, it's like the 90s again, right? It's not collectors anymore, it's investors.
Yeah.
People aren't reading comic books, they're collecting covers to slab. And again, it's falsely inflated. Oh, the movie Venom came out, so this Venom's first appearance has gone up to blah blah blah, and Carnage is going to be the second movie, so Carnage's first appearance went up, and then the movie sucked, and then the appearance went down. The first appearance went down after you just spent all that money to get it, and now you have no turnaround. So
Yeah.
it's the same. It's the same shit. It's what every business does and every industry does to falsely inflate their market because let's face it, you have to create demand. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And how do you create demand? Limit supply. Right? And when NFTs are the big thing everybody's going after, well, now they feel like, ooh, you're limiting the supply though, because traditional art is a one-off. I'm the only one who has it.
Yeah.
And it creates that demand because supply is low. That's what makes things valuable, rarity. Right?
Yep.
So, I mean, think about it. The Death of Superman and X-Men #1, they sold millions of copies. They're not even 50 cents in a dollar bin anymore. You can't even buy. They're 25 cents for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's just so many of them produced.
Yeah.
But comics go up in value because they got destroyed over the years and parents threw this shit away and everything. And now Hulk 181 has gone up, but then they falsely inflated that even more, over the years. So
And meanwhile, we keep on painting.
Yep.
Like the trends will just come and go. You just got to grab things that you like rather than thinking I can flip it on eBay in 10 years. You could. What makes me happy? What do I enjoy?
Sure.
Now, I agree, Lance, to a degree. Yes, they had the money to burn. That just meant that sales were up. But prices, yes, they went up because more people were buying, but they went up so much under the guise of, well, it's a one of a kind. I mean, I'll spend $400 on a big name, garbage little sketch on a cover, or $800 because, hey, it's a rarity to get something from that guy. That stuff has gone out of hand, and that's not just because people had money to burn, in my opinion. I could be wrong, and Lance makes great points, but I don't think it was the stimulus checks that are the reason why art prices went through the roof. Anytime there's a change in a market, it's because of a direct application to that market. Every time. Like PlayStation went up, right? They keep going up in value, right? Because and now they're CGCing and coughing, putting friggin' games in boxes now. They're grading games now, right? So again, there's an industry that found a way to tap into the market to make money and inflate prices. Now that game that, all right, it was worth money. Now it's really worth money because it's rare and it's slabbed and it's preserved. But you can't play the friggin' game.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell went on with a slabbed friggin' cartridge? It's just absurd. I mean, we've had stimulus checks in the past and art prices didn't go 3-4 times up. They just didn't. I mean, no disrespect, but I'm seeing artists that are just, they're not big names. They don't have a resume, and they're not even that great. And what they're charging for art is crazy. Yeah, I hate slabbing too, Lance. Toys are to be opened, comics are to be read, video games are to be played. That's my opinion. But hey, I don't knock you if people are into it. I'm not knocking you. I'm not a hater on somebody just because I don't agree with, because it's not my thing. I'm not complaining about that. You have to throw that disclaimer in this world now because everybody's professionally offended and a bunch of dickheads. But anyway, because I try not to offend.
Sorry if you're offended. One more.
But you got to throw out disclaimers because then they'll be like, Phil's Phil's going after people who don't agree with him. No, I'm not going after anybody. I'm just expressing my opinion about it. But you're welcome to do whatever makes you happy as long as you're not hurting anybody. You want to spend
I wasn't
$400
offended
on
until he called me a dickhead.
yeah. You want to
The
spend
views and
$400 on
opinions of
Legend of
Phil.
Zelda because it's in a plastic case? Go for it.
I wasn't offended till he called me Thicky Minaj.
You as long as you leave me alone. I agree.
The
We're
views
going to
and
wrap this
opinions
up.
of Philip Russell do not reflect that of Will Clayton and Kenny Calderon.
Yeah. Just to be clear, anything I say is solely an expression of my own thoughts and opinions, not shared by Kenny and Will because they're just not as bright. I'm just kidding. Will Kenny can be bright, but
Great.
So, I hope Chris meant slabbing because Chris wrote, "I like stabbing to preserve an original cover art or rare autograph." So be careful if you're around Chris because if you have an original cover art or a rare autograph he wants, he will stab you.
He's a stab.
But
Put you on a slab.
He meant slabbing. Watch,
He's a
somebody just
stab.
got that one little snippet and now they're thinking they're calling the cops on Chris. But anyway.
Just run with it, Chris. Run with it.
That's it.
Commit.
You got to see it through now.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to see it through.
Don't be unreliable. It'll be on the resume. No one will give you a job. He always says these things and he never follows through. Oh dear.
It's good. I put up a post. It's apparently triggering a few people. I said we have become a narcissistic society. I
saw
one
that
kid.
this morning when I woke up.
Yeah, I have one kid and Algar's putting a laughing emoji to it, and Al's a cool guy, but he's a little full of himself too. So it's kind of, apropos. Anyway, no. I like Al. He's a great guy and all, and he's a wonderful artist. I love his work, but come on, the guy does selfies all the time, so of course he's gonna laugh at me when I say it's a narcissist society. The guy's wearing sunglasses in the house with a selfie. Come on. But he's a great artist and he's a cool guy, and he was a great guest at my show.
There you
might
go.
have had migraine.
Much better. You got to make it a sandwich. You got to give him the compliment sandwich.
No, I'm being sincere. Listen,
like a parent
people have become
interview.
so but people have become so polarized that you either have to say everything great about somebody or everything wrong. It's like, no, there's great things about Al, but the truth is, and it's not a negative, is he'll take a lot of selfies, and he was a pretty boy in the 90s, and he admits it, and he talks about it all the time. That's not me saying anything bad about him. It's true. Okay. Go look at his page. He takes selfies with his sunglasses in the house. So, come on. I'm not speaking ill here, and I'm not speaking falsehoods.
Well, maybe his halogens are too light.
Maybe they're black light glasses.
There you go.
There we go. Maybe it says glasses you can buy.
Maybe he's spying on his girlfriend.
And some other kid that I've never, ever in my life spoken
with. What the hell is New York Comic Con ever going to look like if I turn up? It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. Let's start up drinking.
Yeah.
To get me through. Yes. How are we going to do anything? How are we going to draw at the table? Phil's going to be trying to take it seriously and we can't.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard.
The Aussie and the Puerto Rican back there snickering.
A lifetime worth of detentions.
I get it.
Just backed up. dear. Is Phil still there?
Oh, you know who's probably going to sit with us at
at
New York Comic Con?
Cool.
Can you
Everyone?
hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So why is he asking where the hell I am if I'm talking?
Because you went quiet. You went real quiet. I didn't know if you left the room.
No, it's been said several times it's all about me, so I figured I'd make it about you guys.
Don't get sensitive now.
You're really holding on to that,
I'm
aren't
just
you?
teasing.
Right?
No, I'm just teasing. I'm just
You've been
busting
really
his
thinking-
balls.
You've been really thinking about it.
No, I was just giving you guys a chance to do your thing.
So tell us, who's going to be sitting with us?
Larry Stroman.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Nice. Now I'm intimidated.
Larry Stroman.
3 artists. One convention.
What apocalypse?
Well, I have quite a few of them.
You got quite a few what?
We're gonna have quite a
watching
few
TV,
legendary
Phil?
artists there as they get the table space.
Nice.
No, talking to you.
Oh, I thought you were watching telly there. Series 2 or something.
No, why? What have you?
I don't know. I want to try and get this samurai piece done for the sale, but I don't think I'm going to make it. I don't think I'm going to get there. Thanks for your support. That's all right. I'll just
You can do it.
I'll get in the fetal position and rock back and forward.
So you'll be continuing the Yojimbo on each live stream.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm sort of flat at, you know what I'm doing at the moment. I'm sort of knee deep with the withered stuff. So this is the only chance I can sort of do to have the only time I've got to work on it.
Right.
So
you figure a couple more episodes and you'll have it done.
Yeah, like I think these large ones at the front, they're in shadow. Like this guy might be coming out of the shadow a little bit, but I don't know if you can see it. There he is in screen. There we go.
There you go.
So that one he's coming out of the shadows. The front area, this guy at the front, the wild boar character, and there's a large, I don't know if you can see it, there's a large bit of sort of bamboo.
Yeah.
All of that's in shadow. So he's going to be coming out. So the whole idea is that the highlighted area is the middle part of where Usagi is.
Yeah.
So a lot of that will drop in easily. It'll be probably more the detail around Usagi Yojimbo because it'll be sort of highlighted. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're probably at the halfway point, I think. Maybe over halfway. Because all the heavy areas of detail is done.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All the grass.
Lance was asking, hey, do you guys know anyone that does post-drawing certification for a piece you can't prove? I do not.
That's an interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, no one I could recommend.
So is it like a verification of an artwork? Is that it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's people that steal and forge. They've stolen your art.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
But there's people that have learned how to forge the signatures, try to sell a piece. Oh, this is original Neil Adams. No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I'm very sneaky with my signature.
He does it in black light.
Yeah, that or I incorporate it into the art.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like a Easter egg.
You have a piece that I can tell is hand. You can tell is hand drawn, but you can't prove from who it is. Would you? I'd be interested. Would you be willing to DM it to me and show me and tell me who it claims to be? If you don't want to, it's fine. No offense taken, but All right, we're gonna wrap this up, fellas. I'm gonna watch Black Summer while my wife passes out and catches flies in her mouth, and then I'm gonna go to bed at like 7 in the morning. I was kidding.
Jesus.
Oh, there's no signature on it at all.
How'd you go with your Fantastic Four layout, Kenny?
You know what? I'm improvising as I go.
Yeah.
So it's very much like Thundercats.
Right. Wow. Okay, that's going to be a big piece.
Yeah.
What are you going to paint? What are you going to paint it in?
I'm going to keep it to one page. I'm just kind of improvising my layout.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are you going with a sort of a golden mean triangle, or what are we doing? Rule of thirds?
We lost Kenny.
He's gone. He's out. He's had enough. I offended him again.
It must be that stench coming up from your unwashed underwear.
It's that zombie updraft we talked about.
I was just kidding Kenny about the tension thing. Jeez.
Jeez. He's up.
Jesus.
Jesus.
He makes pepper. Jesus.
Cracks me up. Because it's so quiet.
The
It's
timing
barely
of it is
audible.
great.
It's perfect.
And it's after I say that's hilarious.
So I don't even know how many
Dude, I'm
pieces
so
we sold.
excited, man. 3
So what were you saying?
I didn't hear what you said.
No, you broke up on me. No, that's okay. I interrupted you. What were you saying? I'm so excited about what?
No, it's all right. We sold like 5 pieces. You and Ricardo were the 2 that sold.
Okay.
A lot of likes. A lot of people liking what they see, just not pulling the trigger. It's like the story of my life.
Yeah, sometimes it's like they go for a shop, and as they're going past it, they click like so they can go back to it. So they got a little pointer to mark to, but that was when the sale was on. So yeah, it's always interesting to see how those things unfold. And when Withered's finished, I'm going to start building a bit more of a back catalogue again.
Well, you'll get back to the legendary portraits and things you want to do. So
yeah, I've got a few things to work on, and I've got Nandor's book at the same time, so I've got a few things to do.
yeah. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. Sorry, but it doesn't look like maybe Kenny's phone died. It doesn't look like he's coming back right now.
He's deleted himself. All right. That's okay. It's probably good timing because we were going to go to the 2-hour point anyway today, weren't we?
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming out, everybody. If anybody wants to share their art, the show now or forever hold your peace. Get it? Art piece.
I got it.
Get it? Hardy, har. Thanks for coming out. Those of you that did. And we will see you next week. So let's do it. We will leave you with what we always leave you with.
Do I get the easier bit at the beginning? Damn it, you took the easy one.
Get it right. Be legendary.
And have fun storming the castle.
Oh.
I tried to go really quick then. I tried to go so quick.